fires, protests, and vigilantes. You're watching TMN.
Hello, good evening. I'm Scott Collins with TMN Network. Tonight, we're talking with a man on the street. Hello, sir. What's your name?
My name is Priest. I like to kill crackers. I'm uncertified wop killer. Yeah, and etc., etc.
That's very interesting, sir. You know, we heard you having a conversation earlier, not to eavesdrop, about sucking cock.
Yeah, like that's why sucking cock through.
I gave you $2.
Do you think you could elaborate on that?
No, it wasn't on me like individually like sucking cock, but I think like if you individually like sucking the dick, that's gay. But if you getting your dick sucked, that's not gay. I go by ancient Roman, you know, like you.
Oh, that's very philosophical of you. Yeah, I know about that. Well, this has been Scott Collins with TMN Network on 60 Seconds. See you around.
You're watching 3 minutes, 3 questions.
Tonight we'll be interviewing a group of police officers and asking them a few questions about the police department and their jobs. Let's get to it. Good evening, sir. Tell us your name.
My name is Aaron Conway, sir.
Sergeant Yao.
Corporal Wilder.
Marco Marietti.
Now, I just want to start off with something very basic. Do you think that you're doing a good job protecting the city?
I've gone through many days when I've been patrolling. I've gotten quite a lot of drugs off the streets.
Yeah, but I think everybody could do a better job on coming together and helping.
You know, honestly, in my opinion, especially with the recent gang war that's going on, I did pretty good. I killed a lot of people.
It's hard for me to do any more of a better job protecting the city. I'm a corporal for a reason. I'm great at what I do.
Do you think your superiors could be doing a better job?
Yeah, I think one thing my superiors could do better than me, so I could help more people.
My superiors and stuff, I mean, my patrol captain's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
But the higher ups are good people.
I'd have to say that most of them are doing the best they can. Some of them aren't doing the best.
And Fire Vegas. You blur my face out when you put that part in, because that might get me in.
But in my opinion, the current PD high command at this moment, besides, you know, Paul James and Edward Burns and T. Morris and Doug Jenkins and Hines, pretty much anyone past the rank of chief of department are complete idiots.
They could be replaced with better candidates. I'd have to say the commissioner is somewhat well disliked in this department, and it's causing morale to go really down the drain.
What do you know about the hostage situation that occurred last night, the one that involved the mayor?
Well, the hostage situation, if you'd like specific details, there was a few people that kidnapped. I think it was about 3 people.
Hard thing to pull off, but it was pretty smooth. Everything went as planned.
They all seem to be really crazy cultists. According to Burns, they were injected with a bunch of weird-ass shit. Apparently his arms were also covered in fucking scars and blood.
I wasn't in the city. Last thing I remember happening was a bunch of terrorists screaming "Free Iraq" and throwing rocket launcher pellets, or whatever you want to call them, at the PD.
The place was littered with, like, needles and...
The mayor's security botched the security job.
Guys seemed really crazy.
Right.
This is a clear message that private security can't be trusted, and you can only trust the number one NYPD, New York's finest.
Right, okay. Well, this has been Scott Collins with the TMN Network, signing off. See you next time.
You're watching 3 minutes, 3 questions.
Good evening, I'm Scott Collins, and welcome to Adventures in New York, a show where we look at the smaller stories happening inside our city and give you a direct connection to street life. Our story today is about hot dogs, a classic staple of our fine city. There truly isn't anything better than a freshly prepared New York hot dog on a warm summer afternoon. However, while they might seem like a fun, tasty food to eat, there are serious side effects that need to be addressed for the public's sake. Today, we met Marco Santiago, a stable, ordinary gentleman with a promising future, at least until he tried one of Joe's famous hot dogs.
Yo, you better try these authentic New York wieners.
While we love Joe's hot dogs here at TMN, we must warn you that one should enjoy his hot dogs with moderation, as eating too much of his food can cost the consumer their sanity and strike them with CHA, otherwise known as chronic hot dog addiction. Unfortunately, Mr. Santiago couldn't handle himself and became obsessed with the hot dogs.
Tell him I'm from O Block. This New York wiener, some good ass wieners. Tell him in the paper, little Marco.
Later that evening, we found him fistfighting random individuals in the street. Ever since eating the hot dogs, he lost his house and job due to his crippling addiction to hot dogs, which were a significant financial drain on his bank account. In lieu of this, we helped Mr. Santiago out of his addiction, and he is now roaming the streets a better man. But his story is a lesson in moderation. If you or someone you know is addicted to hot dogs or afflicted with CHA, please contact this number for help. This is Scott Collins with TMN, signing off. This is Scott here with TMN Network. Now, if you've been watching our news lately, you may have noticed that there's a lot of crime on the streets here. You yourself may have been worried, and with vigilantes like gunmen in jail or on the run, it's hard to feel safe. However, here at Top Weapons and Arms, you can be sure that you will find the safety and security you need in your daily life. Come on down and look at their wide selection of firearms. This has been Scott Collins with TMN, signing off. Hi there, I'm Scott Collins with TMN Network. Now, life in the city can be pretty depressing. Things seem like they're going downhill, and every day you just think, I need something to spice up my life. Well, here at the Pantheon Bar and Grill, they have just that exactly. From the finest Irish coffees with a thin, subtle foam on the top, to grilled steaks with peppercorns smashed into the surface, there's truly no better place to eat. The Pantheon. Why bother with elsewhere, when here is the best? Good evening, I'm Scott Collins with TMN Network. Tonight, we're talking to a man off the street who we witnessed be brutally assaulted by the mayor. Sir, what's your name?
For legal reasons, I can't give that fully out, but they call me Jack.
Now, I want to ask you, how did it happen? How exactly were you assaulted?
I was brutally attacked. The mayor, he hit me in the with a baseball bat twice. Said some very not nice things to me, and I don't know. And then I saw people outside getting brutally attacked, and my friends being brutally attacked by the mob outside.
Well, it's terrible. And one last question. What do you think about the mayor's re-election chances?
At this point, I don't think he's going to win it with all the atrocities he's committed towards our great people here in the city of New York.
This has been Scott Collins with the TMN Network, signing off. Good afternoon, I'm Scott Collins with TMN. Today, we're in front of the house, which was once home of a TV show as well as an illegal fight ring and has now devolved into gang fighting. We're not entirely certain what's going on, but there's some officers on scene and we're going to ask them what's going on. Around 4 p.m., just as the rush hour buzz was beginning, shots were fired at a townhouse near the mall. We were alerted that the house was owned by the Cosby Gang, a small-time gang that dealt in firearms and gun parts. As a group of men exchanged shots and firebombs with the gang members, we spoke with a squad of police officers on scene.
Yeah, just like some ambassadors' house, those sovereign and only federal agents.
Right out of your jurisdiction, that's tough.
Yeah, unless some nuclear shit happens, then we have to respond. But basically, if we hop over there, we might start war. So let's try not to.
During one of the lulls in the fighting, we snuck around to the garage entrance and entered the building, seeking an interview with one of the gang members. We saw 2 people who, when we started to question, ran into the bathroom, which was barricaded with corrugated metal. Shortly thereafter, they fled from the scene, and we heard that all members of the Cosby Gang were dead, except for one. We're inside the home of the recently invaded Bill Cosby gang home. Behind me is the multitude of weapons and arms that they manufactured. Behind the camera is actually one of the final remaining members of the... We were exploring the basement of the house, getting footage for our segment, when we met the gang's most important and only surviving member, the gunsmith. Multiple police breached into the building, including the individual who said they weren't legally allowed to. After some shooting, a tear gas grenade was thrown at us. Third time this week. Everybody was scrambling, trying to understand what was going on as the gunsmith walked up the stairs. On the scene of the crime, currently this is the third time that we've been tear gassed in the span of 3 days. It's a record, people. Let's keep it going. He returned soon after and threatened to shoot us if we didn't leave. We fled the scene after taking fire, waiting until the premises had been vacated by all but cleanup crews. This appears to be where it all happened. There's gun parts over here, clearly some illegal weapons here. There's suppressors in these closets. Our in-house gun expert was on hand just a few minutes earlier to explain.
Alright, so, over here we got, some Class A's, some Class B's. I mean, shit, we even got one that could take out an entire crib on the bottom shelf right here. These guns, do not play around. Take a lot of bodies, and it's good that, they're off the streets and, into the right hand.
And what are these? These appear to be shiny rocks over here. What exactly are these?
Well, with my prior street knowledge, these seems to be, some magazine cartridges and ammunition. Some of them, might vary from tracers to hollow point rounds. These are not good things to have. Those can put a hole in a person if it's in the hands of the wrong person.
Wow, how do you get that good at gun knowledge?
It's all street knowledge. It ain't my first rodeo in the streets, if you know.
In the end, we are still confused about what actually happened. As usual, we received one version from the police and an alternate, equally plausible version from others on the scene. If you have any new info on this case, let us know and we will feature an update on TMN when we can. This is Scott Collins with TMN, signing off. Hi everybody, thank you for watching. In the meantime, if you'd like to support the show, you can contact us on our pager and head to the donation section for more information. If you donate money, a photo of you will be featured on Photos of the Day. See you in the next one. This is Scott Collins, signing off.